What's up, guys and girls? Paynexkiller here, and today I am playing, or hoping to start, a new game of Wasteland 2. I've jumped into this game and I played around for a little while, and I found it really fun, but it's difficult. I got messed up. I made some stupid decisions, and now I'm back hoping to make some new characters. And yeah, just hoping to start off on the right foot. And yeah, I'm going to try and get into this game a lot more than I did the first time. So, in case you don't know anything about this game, it's basically a Fallout. It's like a prequel to the Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and of course Wasteland 1. You have a gang or a group of 4 rangers, and from the starting point, you have four guys. Now each guy, if you were to play through this game smart, which I'm hoping to do right now, we need to have each guy have a very specific set of skills, so to speak. So I'm going to have one guy be a sniper, one guy be more of assault. My original playthrough, I had a guy who was unarmed, and to be honest, just kind of useless. Didn't really help out too much. So instead of being unarmed, I think I'm going to go more the shotgun or assault rifle route. But you know, the first rule of filmmaking is show, don't tell. So we're going to just try and get straight on with it. Now we're starting from nothing. So what's best is to first of all have a decent leader who's going to have some charisma. He's going to be quite intelligent, and at the same time we're going to have some coordination too. So probably going to take down his strength a little and put up either probably his luck. So we've got the basic skills: animal whisperer, barter art, brute force, hard arts, that kind of stuff. Now the main thing is there's going to be a lot of speaking in this game. Not so much you can listen to, but more choices for me to make. So our leader character, he needs to be either a hard ass who intimidates people, someone you don't fuck with; a kiss ass, somebody who's the opposite of that, who, you know, instead of you not fucking with him, he doesn't want to fuck with you. And we have a smart ass, kind of like myself, just somebody who is kind of quick with the draw. So I think we're probably going to put some points into the smart ass. I think that might be a fun route to go down. And because this guy's the leader, I kind of want him to stand out everyone else. So instead of being an assault rifle wielding maniac, he's our first guy. So what I'm going to go with is the handgun route. So I'll put 1 point, 2 points into handguns just to get us started. And that's sort of so you know that actually we're going to put the last point. We're going to go barter, just to have a pretty cool fleshed out character. One more inspired ass just to get us going. So this is going to be a male character, more based not so much on myself, so to speak, but you know, we'll be having women in the group. If you can see now, we have this here, this whole area here. This is the custom portrait area, and that picture right there, there's my cousin, there's me. So I don't honestly know if I can make a character that looks like that. And then why would I even want to? Should I go for a character who's very charismatic but hiding behind a gas mask? Is that a really smart route to take? I think in order to get a decent gas mask, you have to actually edit your game save. As I say, I have been playing around with the game a little bit, so I do know, you know, I know the basics. And I've already looked into modding, as I do with every fucking game that comes out on PC. First thing I do is go and see if there's any way I can improve it. So we're going to start off very, very basic. Just going to pick out my character's face for now, and I may end up editing it afterwards, just to give us, you know, maybe a gas mask or a hat, maybe a cowboy hat, something like that. So there's a couple cool choices. The clothes are unisex. So the items are for male and female. So I could give him a headdress that resembles somebody like a churchgoer, or long hair. There's some green spikes there, if you can just see that. We're going to give him a cowboy hat just for now. As for the torso, I think it would most probably be best if we go for something, again, that stands out just a little, kind of sets him apart from the rest. Hopefully later on in the game we pick up, something different, and you don't need to worry too much about relying on what he has already. Now this is kind of tough. I don't really want to go too over the top. It's really, really not important, but our leader needs a name. Fuck. My normal point of inspiration is, I pull from wrestling and I pull from fiction, that kind of stuff. Dritz from the Neverwinter Nights, that kind of stuff. I always pull from there, or wrestling or bands, that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do, we are going to call our gas mask wearing hero. Let's go with Christian. The first name that I want to go to is Christian Elsted, lead singer of Sky Symmetry, or the former lead singer of Sky Symmetry, now with Solution 45. But yeah, it's tough. I can't think of a name. Christian may just do for now, actually. No religion. Smoke sticks. We're gonna go with Russian, but then I'm gonna go Russian. It kind of helps me pick a name out. Okay, I'm gonna go European. So Christian Smith. Cool. So now that we have our first character down, we are going to move on to the support character. So what that means is I'm going to take away a point from charisma. Take away a point from intelligence. We're going to put a lot into awareness and a lot into luck. A lot into coordination, a lot into luck, a lot into awareness. Now this character will, I'm looking at these stats, they pretty much support the assault rifle as well as the weapon smithing. Now with the weapon smithing skill, that means that if I find any objects like a scope or a silencer, they can be very easily attached to a weapon. From there, I'm going to go with... It's tough. I'm going to put a point into leadership. So now we have our support class, and you can see all these different characters that I've made in the past, as well as all the new portraits that I had loaded up for use with the game. That to me looks like a very strong supporting character. Can make him a little bit buffer. We're going to have him be American. He's going to smoke bones, and his religion is that of a Christian. In terms of coming up with a name, again, I'm a little bit torn when it comes to naming characters. You can already hear my voice groaning a little, but I'm gonna name this character. I met somebody on Sunday of this week, and his name was Shelton. Anthony, maybe Shelton Anthony, something like that. The guy I met was Shelton Benjamin, but it's tough coming up with a second name for a character. Yeah, tough. We're gonna go with Shelton Fraser Jr. Next up, I'm going to be looking into our sniper specialist. She's also going to be our field medic and surgeon. That means I'm probably going to want to put points into intelligence, not so much into charisma, not so much into speed or strength, but we're like into awareness, coordination and luck. Now maybe that's very sexist of me to immediately think of making a medic a female, but I have this pretty sweet portrait set up already, so in terms of going for a female, I already had somebody kind of in mind. Cool. Now I have to come up with a name for her as well. We're going to make her a Christian. Good name for an American female. Let's think. Fuck it. I'm going to go first thing comes to my head, so I'm going to go Maria. Maria. Maria, I'll just do, right? I really need a second name for every character. And I don't really care too much for her biography. She's the medic, so she's good to go. Now last but not least, so we have a sniper, we have somebody who's assault, and we have the mouthpiece. So I'm probably going to put some more points into strength for this character, as well as awareness, coordination. Maybe take one off strength and put it into luck. This guy will also be an assault rifle specialist. I'm going to make him a submachine gun specialist, actually. Perception. So we've got perception and submachine gun in. Very simple. This will be a male as well. I found myself stumbling over stereotypes here, but no well. We're going to call this character Joel, and I don't really have a second name. Like, I think about Gizzle or something like Joel Phoenix or something. That will actually do fine. I don't really care. From Phoenix, Arizona, and he is an atheist. So there we go, very simple. Got the characters set up there, we'll make him a tiny bit taller. Cool, so folks, we are ready to go. So if I choose rookie, the Wasteland is a dangerous place for the uninitiated. Choose this setting if you consider yourself a novice, a tenderfoot, or if this is in fact your first barbecue. Seasoned, if you've had some experience in the wastes or places like it, and you know which end of the messen cannon to point at your enemy, this is the setting for you. Ranger, if you've been around the block a few times and you think whipping your weight in Gillum monitors counts as light exercise, this is probably the setting you want. Or Supreme Jerk, if you are already a hero of the Wasteland and have been known to make raiders pee themselves just by looking at them, this is your setting. But don't say we didn't warn you. Now folks, I don't want this playthrough to be a disaster. I want to actually play the fucking game to make it pretty clear. So we're going to go with the seasoned. Yeah, we're going to go with the seasoned. I'm not going to rethink my choice again.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges, deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless, and I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged. Thank you, recruits.
A stiff, bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat. General Vargas walks with a cane, but he's not helpless. He wears a pale-handled revolver on his hip, and there are a lot of notches on the barrel.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger.
How did Ace die, sir?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal. But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
Happy to be given the opportunity, sir. But are you sure we are ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 Ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
The signal was a threat, sir?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Coming for us. Where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
The repeater units, sir?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
You think the logbook was stolen, sir?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
So, what's the mission, sir?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
Where is this area, sir?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map. There you go.
You want me to call in, sir?
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
When can we enter the Citadel, sir?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in. Using logic on me, eh? Smartass. Logic and observation will change some folks' minds, and you can catch people in lies that way. But sometime, it only makes them mad, so be careful. In this case, you're right. I should let you in, but I got a feeling about you four. You got depths you don't even know you have, and it's gonna take adversity to tap them. So I'm sending you out undergunned and unprepared, just to see what it brings out of you. You'll thank me later. Maybe.
Thank you, sir. We'll do our best.
Good luck out there, recruits.
Okay, folks. So, we're all set, and I'll see you next time in part 2.